Hey tube, BC65925 here. Been out the barn. As you can probably hear, it's raining on this Sunday afternoon. And I've been out the barn working on a little project. Made a little purchase yesterday off Craigslist. I bought what turns out to be a 6.5 inch joiner planer. I did a little polishing on the bed. It had some surface rust on it, nothing real bad. But I sprayed it down with some WD-40 and took a sanding wheel to it, polished it down a little bit. But anyway, the motor was bad. It's sitting over here on the tailgate. There's the motor, wouldn't run. Probably a starting capacitor, I don't know, but I had a couple motors that I had got for free, so I put one of them on there. But one problem is the shaft. Shaft on my motor is 5/8, and shaft on that motor to come off there's a 7/16. So this 4.5 inch pulley that I ought to put on there doesn't fit. So I need to get a pulley. No big deal. But I got the motor mounted on there. Put a new switch on it. It had just a light switch. I had this equipment on and off switch here that better fits it. It's a Craftsman Sears and Roebuck and Company. Simpson Sears Limited, model number 103-20620. We'll be looking that up here in a little bit. Anybody out there has any information that I don't have? Looks to me like whoever bought it originally put together a real nice 2x4 oak stand for it. I'm guessing that's probably been on there from day one, seeing as how the motor's mounted on it. Probably came with an optional stand or not. Hard to say. Hell, that could have been the stand that came with the planer very easily, I reckon. Very easily. Anyway, there you go. Craftsman 6.5 joiner planer. Now if I can get a surface planer in here, I'll be able to do some real woodworking. Let's take a look here. Turn this radio off.
Employers hiring for
ready to go in anyway.
Exactly what they need.
My feet are getting cold. Walking around out there on this concrete with these street shoes on. Anyway, there's my pile of wood so far. It's about all I can get in here. I'll start stacking it outside underneath the front porch of the barn there. The pile of logs getting a little bit smaller. Still quite a bit of wood there yet, but there's not quite 3 ricks in one of these stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got five stacks in here, so it's less than 15 ricks so far. It's stacked up at the top. Got a little hole right here for my light switch and plug. Made a little protecting bracket there so I could stack wood on out to the door. I'll put it out here in between these posts next. about all that's going on out here. Close her up. Oh, here's my welder I just purchased. Lincoln SP 135T. I've got a little bottle of gas on it right now. Got some solid core wire for the gas. Seems to work pretty good. Welded up a little bracket to mount that switch on there. On that there a little while ago. I'm playing around with some welds there. That was a little bit cold. That one's not so bad out towards the end. That one there's not. Then I was doing a little stitch welding there, welding it to this old piece of this bicycle frame. Just hitting it with short bursts. Did a little practicing. Yeah, it seems to work pretty good. A nice little weld. I got a little bit more practice going for it. See, I can weld with it good, but I can stick metal together. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Right there where I used to live, they always said that the hoot owls that lives so far out in the country that the hoot owls had an intimate connection with the chickens. Made the roosters go cockle-doodle-hoo. That's about enough of that comedy. We'll talk to you later.